Hello, everyone. Welcome to Say It.
Hey everyone, so happy you are here with us today. I am Mike.
And I am Sarah.
So happy you are joining us.
Sarah, something genuinely made me smile this week. One of my students sent me a handwritten thank you note after our lesson.
Oh, that is so sweet. You almost never get those anymore.
Exactly, it meant a lot, but when I read it carefully, something stopped me.
What do you mean?
He wrote, "Thank you for the lesson today. You gived me an advice that I will never forget. I hope you give a talk again soon because you do presentations so well."
Oh, wow. 3 sentences and I can already see the errors.
Yes, and every single one is connected to the same word.
Give.
Give, a word every learner thinks they already know.
And a word that turns out to be far more interesting than almost anyone realizes.
Which is exactly what today is about. And by the end of this episode, those 3 errors will make complete sense. You will see exactly what went wrong and exactly how to fix them.
But before we get into it, please like and subscribe to Say It. Every new like and subscriber motivates us to prepare more episodes for you.
Right. Let us give this episode everything we've got.
So, give. One word, and most learners think it means one thing.
Handing something to someone.
That is where it starts, but give goes so much further than that.
How much further?
She gave a speech at the conference. Give a speech. No object being handed over.
She gave him a headache. Give a headache, no physical thing at all.
She gave up her career to raise her children. Give up. No object, no person receiving anything.
Same word, 3 completely different situations.
And all 3 connected by one idea. Transfer.
Transfer?
Give is always about moving something from one place to another, from one person to another. Whether that something is a book, a hug, a speech, advice, attention, or even a headache, something always moves.
So give is not just physical.
Not at all. Think of it like an open hand, not a fist, not a hand reaching out to take, an open hand offering something, releasing it towards someone.
And that open hand appears in 5 completely different roles.
Basic transfer, handing something directly to someone. She gave him the keys.
Providing and offering, giving advice, giving information, things that are not physical objects at all.
Causing something to happen, giving someone a headache, giving someone a shock.
Devoting time and effort, she gave everything to that project.
And transmitting, giving someone a message, giving someone your full attention.
5 roles, 1 open hand.
And before we go through any of them, one thing every learner needs to know about give.
Which is?
Give is irregular. The base form is give. The past simple is gave. The past participle is given.
And gived, from my student's note, does not exist.
Gived does not exist in English, not in any variety, not in any context, ever. Give, gave, given. Those are the only 3 forms.
And we will come back to that error shortly. But first, the most important grammar pattern give has.
Give is a ditransitive verb. It takes 2 objects, the thing given and the person who receives it.
2 objects?
2 objects, and 2 completely correct ways to arrange them.
Show me.
Pattern 1, subject, give, person, thing. She gave him the keys.
She gave me a book. I gave her a hug. They gave us the wrong information.
Person first, thing second. This is the more natural pattern in everyday speech.
And pattern 2?
Subject, give, thing, to, person. She gave the keys to him.
She gave the book to me. I gave a hug to her.
Both patterns mean exactly the same thing. Both are correct.
So the order can change, but the meaning stays the same.
Always. Now the pronoun rule, and this is the one that trips almost every learner.
Which rule?
When the direct object, the thing being given, is a pronoun like it or them, pattern 1 does not work. You must use to.
Give him it.
Wrong. Give it to him. Correct.
She gave them me.
Wrong. She gave them to me. Correct.
Can you give me it?
Wrong. Can you give it to me? Correct. The pronoun must travel with to. It cannot sit between give and the person.
So if the thing is a noun, either pattern works.
Either pattern. She gave him the keys. She gave the keys to him. Both fine.
But if the thing is a pronoun, always to.
Always. Give it to him. Give them to her. Give it to me. No exceptions.
And the irregular forms, the first error from the student's note.
He wrote, "You gived me an advice."
Gived. Hook error 1.
Give is irregular. Base form, give. Past simple, gave. Past participle, given. Gived has never existed in English.
She gived him the keys. Wrong.
She gave him the keys. Correct. I have given her the message. Wrong. I have given her the message. Correct. Give, gave, given. Those 3 forms, and only those 3.
And now the second error from that note, an advice.
We will get to that one very shortly because it belongs with the collocations.
The collocations, and this is where give gets really interesting.
Because give has a second identity, a completely different one from the basic transfer.
What identity?
A dilexical verb, a light verb. Give loses its own meaning, and the noun that follows does all the work.
Show me.
Give a speech. Give is not handing anything over. The speech is the action. Give is just the vehicle carrying it.
Give a presentation. Give a lecture. Give a talk.
Every single one. Give carrying the noun. The noun is where the meaning lives.
And this is where the third error from the student's note comes in.
He wrote, "You do presentations so well."
Do presentations.
Wrong, and this is one of the most common professional errors at this level.
Why is do wrong there?
Because delivering something to an audience, a speech, a presentation, a lecture, always takes give. Not do, not make. Give.
He gave a speech at the wedding. Correct.
I am giving a presentation on Monday. Correct.
The professor gives lectures to first-year students. Correct.
The band gave an incredible performance last night. Correct.
He did a speech at the wedding. Wrong.
She made a lecture. Wrong. Do a presentation. Wrong. Give a presentation. Always correct.
And make a speech, is that also wrong?
Make a speech exists, particularly in British English, and it is not considered wrong. But give a speech is the standard teaching form, and give a presentation and give a lecture. Always give. Make does not work there.
So for anything delivered to an audience, give is the safe choice.
Always the safe choice. Now, more communication collocations.
Give advice.
Guidance. Recommendations. Her doctor gave her advice to exercise more.
Give an answer.
Can you give me a straight answer?
Give an explanation.
He gave a detailed explanation of what had happened.
Give an opinion.
She gave her honest opinion about the plan.
Give an example.
Let me give you an example of what I mean.
Give an order.
The general gave the order to advance.
Give evidence.
She was called to give evidence in court.
All of them. Give. The open hand extending information toward someone.
And now the second error from the student's note. An advice.
You gived me an advice that I will never forget.
2 errors in one phrase, gived and an advice. We fixed gived in the last section, now an advice.
What is wrong with an advice?
Advice is uncountable. It has no plural. It never takes an, never takes a number.
She gave me an advice. Wrong.
She gave me advice. Correct. She gave me some advice. Correct.
He gave us an information. Wrong.
He gave us some information. Correct. Information is also uncountable. Same rule.
So give advice, give some advice, give a lot of advice. All correct.
All correct. Give an advice, always wrong. Give an information, always wrong.
Give, the open hand. Communication collocations. Give a speech, give a presentation, give advice, give an example. Never do, never make. And advice and information always uncountable.
And that is just the professional side of give.
Is there a personal side too?
Yes, the collocations that feel the most human.
Okay, the ones that involve warmth, help, and connection.
Because give is not just professional, give is also how we show warmth, how we offer help, how we reach out to people.
Physical contact first.
Give a hug. She gave him a long hug when he finally arrived home.
Give a kiss. She always gives the children a kiss before school.
Give a smile. He gave me a warm smile when we first met.
Give a wave. She gave us a wave from the window as we drove away.
Give a look. She gave me a very disapproving look across the table.
Give a push. The car would not start, so we gave it a push.
All of them, the open hand reaching towards someone, not handing over an object, offering a feeling, a gesture, a moment of human connection.
And give a hand, one of the most useful expressions in everyday English.
Give a hand means help someone, especially with something physical. Can you give me a hand with these boxes? I could really use someone to give me a hand moving the furniture.
Not applause in this context.
Not applause. That is a different use. Give someone a hand, help them. Simple, immediate, physical.
Give a chance.
Provide an opportunity. They gave him a chance to prove himself. She never gives up. She gives every idea a chance before rejecting it.
Give a lift or give a ride.
Drive someone somewhere. Can you give me a lift to the station? British English, give a lift. American English, give a ride. Both mean the same thing.
Give credit.
Acknowledge someone's contribution. I have to give John credit for this idea. It was entirely his.
Give permission.
Allow someone to do something. He gave me permission to use his car. The manager gave permission for the team to leave early.
Give hope.
The new treatment gave the patients hope. Sometimes the most important thing you can give someone is hope.
And phone calls. Give a call. Give a ring. Give a buzz.
All three mean telephone someone. Give me a call when you arrive. Give me a ring if you need anything. That is British English especially.
Give me a buzz later. Informal and casual.
3 ways of saying the same thing, different registers. The open hand reaching out through a phone.
Give a hug. Give a hand. Give a chance. Give a lift. Give credit. Give a call. All of them give extending toward someone.
And what I find fascinating about give is that it does not stop at collocations.
What do you mean?
Give combines with small particles, words like up, in, away, back, out, off, and creates completely new meanings. Sometimes the meaning is still connected to transfer. Sometimes it has nothing to do with handing anything over at all.
So give up, give away, give back, those are all phrasal verbs.
All phrasal verbs, and each one is a different word with a different meaning. Give up does not mean give, it means stop. Give away does not mean give. It means either donate or reveal a secret. Give in does not mean give. It means yield to pressure.
So a learner who only knows give as a transfer verb would completely misread those.
Completely, and that is exactly why they need their own moment, starting with the 2 that learners confuse most often.
Give up and give in.
Give up first, and give up has 3 completely different meanings.
3?
Stop trying or quit a habit. I have decided to give up smoking.
She has finally given up coffee. Don't give up, you are almost there.
Give up also means surrender, admit defeat. The soldiers gave up after days of fighting.
I give up. What is the answer?
And the 3rd meaning, hand over or sacrifice something valuable.
He gave up his seat for an elderly passenger.
She gave up her career to raise her children, something precious released for someone else.
And give in, how is that different?
Give in means stop resisting, yield to external pressure.
After hours of negotiation, she finally gave in.
Don't give in to pressure, stand your ground. He gave in to temptation and had the cake.
So give up, you stop trying completely. Give in, you yield to something pushing against you.
She gave up exercising, she stopped the habit entirely.
She gave in to the demands. The demands won. She did not choose to stop. She was pushed into it.
One word difference, two completely different situations. Now, give away. Give away means donate, give something for free.
I gave away most of my old books.
The company gave away free samples at the event.
And give away has a second meaning?
Reveal a secret unintentionally.
He gave himself away with a stupid lie.
Her expression gave away the surprise before anyone said a word.
Don't give away the ending. I haven't seen the film yet.
Same phrasal verb. One is generous, one is accidental. Context tells you which one every time.
And give back?
Return something to its owner. Can you give me back my book?
Give back the money you borrowed.
And, in a deeper sense, contribute to society. He wanted to give back to the community that raised him.
Give out?
Q meanings. Distribute something to a group. The teacher gave out the worksheets.
Can you give out these leaflets at the entrance?
And stop working or fail completely. Her legs gave out after the marathon.
The engine finally gave out. My patience is starting to give out.
And give off, which behaves differently from all the others.
Give off means emit, produce and send out a smell, heat, fumes, or a vibe.
The flowers give off a lovely fragrance. Some chemicals give off harmful fumes when burned.
He gives off a very confident vibe when he walks into a room.
And give off is inseparable. The object cannot go between the verb and the particle.
The flowers give off a lovely smell. Correct.
The flowers give a lovely smell off. Wrong. Give off never separates.
But give up, give away, give back, give out, those all separate?
All separable. She gave up smoking, or she gave smoking up. Both fine.
But with a pronoun, the pronoun must go between the verb and the particle.
She gave it up. Never she gave up it. He gave it away. Never he gave away it. Give it back. Never give back it.
Pronoun always in the middle, never after the particle.
Always. And give off never separates at all. No pronoun rule needed because the object never moves.
Give up, stop or sacrifice. Give in, yield to pressure. Give away, donate or reveal. Give back, return. Give out, distribute or fail. Give off, emit, and never separate it.
6 versal verbs, 6 different open hands. And these expressions, the ones that make give feel like a living, breathing part of everyday conversation. And some of these every learner has heard, but never connected to give.
Like what?
Give it a go. Give it a try. Give it a shot.
All three mean the same thing.
All 3 try something new or unfamiliar. I have never tried sushi, but I will give it a go.
Give it a try. You might like it.
Why not give it a shot? You have nothing to lose.
3 expressions, different levels of formality, same open hand, extending toward a new experience.
And give and take, one of the most important relationship expressions in English.
Every good relationship requires give and take.
You cannot always have things your own way. There has to be some give and take. Both sides offering, both sides releasing something.
Give the benefit of the doubt.
Trust someone even when you are not completely certain. I'm not sure he's telling the truth, but I will give him the benefit of the doubt.
Give someone a hard time.
Criticize someone or make things difficult for them. My boss has been giving me a hard time about the project all week.
That one I have definitely experienced.
everyone has. Give someone the cold shoulder.
Deliberately ignore or be unfriendly to someone. She gave him the cold shoulder after their argument.
Give the green light or give the go-ahead.
Give official permission to proceed.
The board gave the project the green light.
We have been given the go-ahead to start construction.
Give or take.
Approximately, plus or minus a small amount. It will take about 3 hours, give or take.
The project costs about £10,000, give or take a few hundred. And give it your all.
Try as hard as you possibly can. Whatever you do, give it your all. Leave nothing behind.
The open hand, giving everything it has.
Give it a go, give and take, give the benefit of the doubt, give someone a hard time, give the cold shoulder, give the green light, give or take, give it your all.
Every single one, give in a completely different form. And now, something about give that most learners have never thought about. The passive voice.
Most learners think there is only one way to make a passive sentence with give.
There are two, and the one most learners never produce is actually the more natural one.
Show me.
Active sentence, he gave me the book.
Passive, the book was given to me.
That is the one every learner knows. The thing becomes the subject. The book was given to me.
And the second passive,
I was given the book.
the person becomes the subject.
Exactly. And that version, I was given the book, is the more natural form in everyday English.
Why do learners miss it?
Because they are taught that passive means the thing becomes the subject, but give takes two objects, so either one can become the subject.
More examples.
The manager gave her a promotion.
She was given a promotion. Person as subject. Natural.
The promotion was given to her. Thing as subject. Also correct, but less common.
They gave me $50.
I was given $50. Much more natural.
$50 was given to me. Correct, but slightly formal.
People gave the earthquake victims some food.
The earthquake victims were given some food. Person as subject. Natural and immediate.
Some food was given to the earthquake victims. Thing as subject. Correct, but distant.
So when using give in passive, the person as subject is almost always the better choice.
Almost always. I was given very little notice. It was really unfair. Were you given a receipt? She was given a second chance, and she took it.
All of them, person as subject, all of them completely natural.
And that form, I was given, she was given, we were given, is the one that sounds most like a native speaker. Most learners never produce it, and now they will.
And given, the past participle of give, has one more identity that surprises everyone.
Because given does not always mean the past participle of give.
What else can it mean?
Given can work as a preposition and a conjunction, meaning taking into account, considering.
That sounds completely different from give.
Completely different. Given the circumstances, I think she handled it very well.
Given that she is new, she is doing remarkably well.
Given his experience, he should have known better.
That is quite impressive, given that she only started last month.
Given the traffic, we should probably leave early.
So given here means considering the situation.
Considering, taking into account, looking at the facts in front of us. Nothing is being handed over. Nothing is being transferred.
And how do learners confuse it?
They see given and immediately think past participle, passive voice, but the sentence does not make sense that way.
She was given the circumstances. That makes no sense.
Exactly, because given the circumstances is not passive voice. Given is doing a completely different job there.
So the test is, can you replace given with considering?
Always. Considering the circumstances, yes. Considering that she is new, yes. Considering his experience, yes. If considering works, given is a preposition or conjunction, not a passive verb.
And where does this appear most often?
Professional writing, journalism, academic English. Given the budget constraints, this is the best option. Given that you have never done this before, you have done remarkably well.
So learners will encounter it constantly in reading and listening.
Constantly, and now they will recognize it immediately. Given, not always the past participle of give, sometimes taking into account, and the difference is always clear from context.
And now the mistakes, the exact sentences that go wrong most often with give.
4 of them, and 3 of them we have already solved during this episode.
Starting with the first one, and the one from my student's note.
Gived instead of gave or given.
She gave him the keys.
Wrong. Give is irregular. Past simple, gave. Past participle, given. Gived has never existed.
She gave him the keys. Correct.
I have given her the message. Correct. Give, gave, given. Every single time.
Mistake number 2, also from my student's note.
Give an advice. Give an information.
She gave me an advice.
Wrong. Advice is uncountable. No article, no plural.
She gave me some advice. Also correct.
He gave us an information. Wrong.
He gave us some information. Correct.
Advice and information always uncountable. An advice and an information always wrong.
Mistake number 3.
Pronoun after the particle in separable phrasal verbs.
She gave away it.
Wrong. The pronoun must go between the verb and the particle.
She gave it away. Correct.
He gave up it. Wrong. He gave it up. Correct.
Give back it. Wrong.
Give it back. Correct. Pronoun always in the middle, never after the particle.
And give off never separates at all.
So the pronoun rule does not even apply there. Give off stays together always.
And mistake number 4, the third error from the student's note.
Do or make instead of give for speech and presentation collocations.
He did a speech at the wedding. Wrong.
He gave a speech at the wedding. Correct.
She made a lecture. Wrong.
She gave a lecture. Correct.
I will do a presentation tomorrow. Wrong.
I will give a presentation tomorrow. Correct. Give a speech, give a presentation, give a lecture, give a talk. Never do, never make.
4 mistakes, 4 fixes.
Gived, never. Give, gave, given.
Give an advice. Never. Give advice. Give some advice.
Pronoun after the particle, never. Pronoun always in the middle. Give it away. Never give away it.
Do a speech or make a presentation. Never. Give a speech. Give a presentation. Always give.
4 mistakes, and every single one completely fixable.
Now, let us hear everything working together in one real conversation.
The scenario: 2 colleagues catching up after one of them has just returned from a work conference. Let us go.
Welcome back. How was the conference?
Honestly, it was brilliant. I am so glad I went.
What was the highlight?
The opening keynote. The speaker gave an incredible presentation. The whole room was completely silent.
What was it about?
Leadership and collaboration. She gave some really practical advice about building trust in teams.
Did she give any examples from her own experience?
So many real stories from her career. She gave a very honest explanation of some mistakes she had made early on.
That takes courage. Give me a hand with these chairs. I need to rearrange the room before the next meeting.
Of course. So they gave me a front row seat, which was incredibly generous.
Oh, wow. You were given a front row seat? That never happens at these events.
I know, and they gave everyone a copy of her slides at the end.
Did you get to meet her?
Briefly, she gave me her card and said to give her a call if I ever wanted to discuss anything further.
You should give it a go. Reach out to her.
I was thinking the same thing. I will give it some thought and decide by the end of the week.
And the networking? Did you give that a try?
I almost gave up on it after the first hour. It felt very forced, but I gave in and stayed another hour and actually met some really interesting people.
See, you just needed to give it time.
Exactly. And given that it was my first conference in 3 years, I think it went really well overall.
It sounds like it.
Right. Let us pause there. Give everywhere in that conversation. Let us pick out a few moments.
You said the speaker gave an incredible presentation.
Communication collocation. Give a presentation, delivering to an audience. Never do a presentation, never make a presentation.
And she gave some really practical advice.
Give advice. Uncountable, some advice, not an advice. The open hand offering guidance.
And you were given a front row seat.
Person as subject passive. I was given, the more natural form. Not a front row seat was given to me.
And I almost gave up on it after the first hour.
Give up. Stop trying. The networking felt forced. He nearly quit. Give up, releasing the effort.
But then I gave in and stayed another hour.
Give in. Yield to something pushing against you. Not giving up the habit, yielding to the situation. Staying even though he did not want to.
And given that it was my first conference in 3 years,
Given that, the preposition, taking into account, considering, not the past participle of give, a completely different identity.
give, the open hand. In every single one of those moments, something was moving from one person toward another.
A presentation toward an audience, advice toward a colleague, a seat toward a guest, effort toward a situation, and consideration toward a fact.
One word, one open hand. And now, before we go, let us go through everything one more time.
Give, the verb of transfer. Whatever you give, a book, a hug, a speech, advice, attention, something always moves from you towards someone else. The open hand.
Irregular, give, gave, given, gived does not exist, ever.
Double object. She gave him the book. She gave the book to him. Both correct. When the direct object is a pronoun, always to. Give it to him. Never give him it.
Communication collocations. Give a speech, give a presentation, give a lecture, give advice, give an example. Never do, never make.
Advice and information are uncountable. Give advice. Give some advice. Give an advice. Always wrong.
Physical collocations. Give a hug, give a kiss, give a smile, give a hand. Phone collocations. Give a call, give a ring, give a buzz.
Give up. Stop trying or sacrifice. Give in. Yield to pressure. Give away. Donate or reveal a secret. Give back. Return. Give out. Distribute or fail. Give off. Emit. And the only inseparable one.
Pronoun and phrasal verbs, always between verb and particle. Give it away, never give away it.
Key idioms. Give it a go. Give and take. Give the benefit of the doubt. Give someone a hard time. Give the green light. Give or take. Give it your all.
Two passives. She was given a promotion, person as subject, most natural. The promotion was given to her. Thing as subject, also correct.
And given that, not the past participle, a preposition meaning considering, given the circumstances, given that she is new.
Now, your challenge.
Write one sentence in the comments using give in a way that is not just handing something to someone, a collocation, a phrasal verb, an idiom, any use you discovered today. Your real life. We read every single one.
And if this episode helped you, please share it with one person who is learning English right now.
And if you have not seen our episode on get, it is closely connected to today. Using get in English, the link is in the description. Well worth watching alongside this one.
Please subscribe to Say It if you are not already. We put everything into every single episode. Take care, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.